All right, this week you're going to be making a zoo poster using clipping masks. And the first thing you want to do is go up to File, go to New, and then create a file that is, well, it can be whatever size you want, but I'm making this one 8 by 10. And then the 72 dpi, that's because it's going to be for the web. I'm not going to use it to print. Remember, if you're going to print out anything, it needs to be 300 dpi. So go ahead and hit create, and then you'll have your image ready to go. Okay, so I brought in my images. I have a tiger. I have another tiger. I have some bamboo and another tiger. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shut off the block on my background layer. I'm just going to throw my background layer away. I don't need it. So I'm going to go ahead and use the bamboo as my background image. Now I do want to make an extra bamboo because I'm going to use that later. So I'll do a Command J, which will just make it an exact duplicate of that layer. And then I will go back to my original bamboo layer, do a Command T, and I will increase this in size. There we go. So line it up however you want. I'm going to line it up where the two bamboo stalks kind of frame it, look a little nicer. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, this is going to be an interpretive sign for the zoo, so it'll be on tigers. I'll go to the text tool and I'll go up here. It's at 200. Let's see how that's, and type in tigers. All right, looks like it's going to be a little bit on the large side. So let me go ahead and highlight that from the back, and I will change it to like 150. I do want it to be a little bit larger because I am going to put my my bamboo inside that and have it be the clipping mask. So there we go. And to that, shrink it down just a little bit so it fits in there. Maybe that's okay. Right there. That's what it's going to be. So now I'm going to clip my small bamboo. This is going to fill inside here. So where it's brown now, that's going to be where the bamboo is, and the rest of it will disappear. So what I need to do is go back to that original bamboo layer, move it above my text layer. Now, when it's above my text layer, there's a little line in between the two layers. I want to try to touch that when I'm holding down Option. When I hold down Option, you can see it's going to turn into a little square with a little arrow. I click, and now it is inside the tiger areas with the small bamboo image. So I do need to make that zoo. Obviously, you can read it. I'm going to go down to the FX layer. I'm going to put a stroke on. And I like that orange. Let me just increase the size of... Oh, I know this isn't working because my stroke needs to be on the text layer. I had it on the wrong layer. So there we go. There we go. Now, that's looking how I want it to look. So I have my text and my stroke on there. Now, if I try to move it, it's going to just move the image behind it. So what I have to do is hold down Shift, select both layers, and I'll move this down a little bit. There we go. Now, I still don't think that reads as clear as it could, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my my rectangular tool here, and I'm going to draw a bar right behind here, and I'll move that low behind my text, and there we go. So now I've got my color bar that'll help differentiate the text. It is a little bit hard to read, so if I do re-highlight it, hold down Option, let's see if it'll let me. I'm on the wrong, let me go this one. Hold down, highlight it, hold down Option, there we go. And I can stretch it out by holding Option and the brackets, and then that will allow me to stretch the type a little bit if I need to. Ugh, this is just getting a little bit, there we go. Just shrink that down a little bit and stretch it a little bit, just so I can get a little more space in between. So again, highlight it from the back if you want to stretch it, hold down Option, and then the arrows on the keyboard. All right. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to put some images of the tigers up here in on top in little circles. So I'm going to make a blank layer. So go ahead and make a blank layer. It'll appear on top. I'm going to go over to the elliptical marquee tool. I'm going to draw a circle, and I will just drop in a color. Doesn't matter what it is. Brown's fine. Command D, so I get rid of the marching ants. It's no longer active selection, and I'm going to make 3 of these. So 1, 2, 3. If I want to make this one a little smaller, I can shrink that one down just a little bit. Make this one, all right, return, and we'll put these in place. All right, so I'm going to have different images of tigers in each one of these circles, and then I will do a rectangular tool down here, and this will be another image of a tiger, and this will be my sign when it's done. So let me go ahead and get one of those images of a tiger. There's my image of my tiger. Let me drag it to the top. Look at that. All right, so if I'm going to put this in this first circle, I need to obviously shrink it down so it fits. Do a Command T, shrink it down, place it in there. It's not too bad. Return. All right, so now I got to find that circle, which I believe is this one here. Move it down so my tiger is right above my circle. Hold down Option, go between the two, and click. There he is. He's in there. Let's go to the next one. Let's get my next image of my tiger, which will be, let's see, this tiger. Let me put it in the top. Getting a little hard to find these tigers here. All right, so that one's going to go there. I think that will look good there. Let me get another tiger. Put that up. All right. I think that's going to be the one at the bottom, but I might have this one appear twice because I'm sure I didn't bring an extra tiger picture in, I don't think. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this one. So let me just do a Command J. So now I have 2 tigers. This one is going on that dot. Let me find that dot. If you have the auto select selected, you just have to touch it. It goes right to that layer. I know it's here. So let me go ahead and maybe label that one. Let's call it dot 2. All right. So now it's labeled, so I know. So when I go to my tiger, I just bring it down right above the dot 2 and move it up. And then, oops, it's that one. Oops, I don't know if that worked. There it is. Yeah, that worked. And then I go to my last one, is this tiger. And my dot is there, so I just have to move my tiger up, link it in, there we go. Now, if I do want to do a Command T, I can still do that while it's in there, and I can shrink it down just a little bit. Alright, that's better. Now the tiger images are roughly the same size. This one probably should be a little bigger. Alright, and then I will do the same thing here where this one will go. So, get that tiger image, bring it down to where where is that square? Let me touch it. There it is, rectangle. Now I'm going to find my my tiger. This is why you don't just move things out without labeling them. I am the worst at labeling. Where did that tiger go? These are all linked up. Well, let me go make another one. I don't know what happened to that tiger. I'll just bring in another image. There we go. He's back. Alright, here we go. And get my rectangle and my tiger. There we go. Now hold down Option, link them up. There we go. Alright, so now I've got my images. I can do several different things here to have my my tigers stick out a little bit more. I could do. Alright, so I'm going to do stroke on these to make it just a little, so they stick out just a little bit more. So I'll just click on them. So if I want this one here, I click, go to the FX layer, go to stroke, and it'll pop up. Oh, you know, I'm on the wrong thing because I do need to make sure I'm on the circle. I've had that problem before. Go to FX, then go to stroke. And now the stroke is located around the tiger. I'm going to shrink that down just a little bit. I want this to be very small. 4 is okay. And I do like the orange. I could try, let me see if it goes. The orange is a pretty good color. I'll stick with the orange. Alright, so once it's there, if you want that on all of them, which I would imagine you would, go to stroke, hold down option, and then bring it to the other circle. Same thing, stroke, and then bring it to the other circle. So now they all have it, and I will do it to this one too. So bring it to stroke, drop on the bottom. There we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a zoo poster for 3 different animals at the zoo, and they should be consistent in theme. You have to have at least 5 to 7 images that you'll be using that will all be in some kind of clipping mask. Now the clipping mask, you could do a silhouette of an animal too. So if I wanted to, I could select out a tiger, if I had an image of a tiger, and then have just the bamboo inside the image of the tiger, which could kind of be cool, which would be similar to how this looks here. So play around with this, figure out. I'm going to take that stroke down a little bit. I think that stroke on my text is a little bit big, so maybe we can take that down just a little bit. There we go. So play around with it and come up with your designs. So make sure you have 3 consistent posters for 3 different animals at the Miami Metro Zoo.